Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamaha-siddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters, India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd Pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandanubhavaswadam, sarvaroga nivarakam, vande papa vinashaktam. Nithyanandaya swagatam, nityamuktam nirvikalpam, dhyanaloka pradipakam, vande shantamayam bandham. Nithyanandaya swagatam, anandagandha sancharam, sarvopadhi vinirmuktam.
सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् ज्ञानसम्बन्धाचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्.
Whenever you are afraid of losing something which you have, or afraid of no confidence to achieve something which you want to have, the fight between your potentiality and your negative approach about your future. Understand? I am using too big sentence. Your fight between your possibility. One more thing. If you are sure that you don't have possibility, you don't have potentiality, you will not have fear. Fear is the fight between the faith or belief which you are having that you are capable and the negative idea about your future. It is almost like you fighting with your positive and negative energies. If you are very sure you don't have potentiality, you can't achieve, you won't have fear. If you are very sure you are going to achieve, you won't have fear. If you are very sure you are going to achieve, you won't have fear. If you are very sure you can't achieve, you won't have fear. It is a fight between these two, dilemma. That is what we call fear. Fear can happen only with what you can comprehend with your logic. You are not afraid that you will not become Bill Gates. No. Are you getting frightened every day that you are not going to become Bill Gates? No. But you are afraid that you will not become like your brother. You are afraid that you will not become somebody who is closer to you, your goal. With Bill Gates you are very clear, you can't become that. But with your immediate goals, you have the possibility. Understand? Possibility creates fear. It means what? Fear is the root of life. Are you afraid that you can't live on the planet Earth more than 300 years? No. But you are always afraid that you may not live more than 70, 80 years. You may have premature death. You are not afraid that you can't live more than 300 years because you know for sure that is too much. Anything you are clear will not create fear. Anything which you think is possible, that creates fear. Possibility creates fear. Fear is part of your life from the same source. Understand? Two ways you can get out of fear. One, by blocking all possibility, or breaking the boundary of possibilities. If there is infinite possibility, if there is no boundary, there is nothing which limits you, then you can become fearless. Or blocking all possibilities. Just stop, nothing. Nothing is possible. If nothing is possible, you won't have fear. If everything is possible, you won't have fear. Fear is the base of life and base of death. If you can understand fear, you will live even your death. If you can't understand fear, you will die even while you are living. You will be just dying even while you are living. Whether you want to die even while you are living, or you want to live even your death, it's up to you. Just this understanding, suddenly something will click. Oh God, if this is so easy, why I was wasting my time with all these small things? That clarity, that freedom will suddenly click if you can just understand these truths. You don't even have to practice and do all meditation, these, that, nothing. Nothing is required. Just understand logically.
Human biomemory biomemory of human being can experience only two signals. One is love, another one is fear. That's all. All other signals are converted to this love and fear, unexperienced by you. Human biomemory is not capable of experiencing jealousy. It is not capable of experiencing ego. It is not capable of experiencing worry. If you decode, if you go down, worry, jealousy, ego, all this will get decoded, will get converted. Finally, it will boil down to the binary of love, fear, love, fear, love, fear. That's all. Everything boils down to fear and love. You do not know any other experience existentially. All other experiences, all other emotions are psychological. But this love and fear is physiological. Your limited love, unlimited fear, all these are components of you. Blessed are those who can dissolve these components into the ocean of knowledge. Sit and list all your components and tick one by one what all you can dissolve with this knowledge of soul, the science of soul. For example, if you write 50 components of you, if you can dissolve even 10 or 20, you can easily call yourself as a seeker. If you can dissolve more than 60%, around 30, I will call you. I will surely give you the title, you are living enlightenment. If you can dissolve above 40, even if there is 10 remaining, I will really call you as radiating enlightenment, because those 10 will not have power over you. Whenever you go through the basic fears, huge energy from Swadhisthana gets released to take you out of that fear. There is an automatic mechanism inside you. There is an automatic mechanism. If you go through any pain, after a certain limit, you will fall unconscious, because there is automatic anesthetic method. It just puts you in unconscious layer. You will fall into the unconscious, you won't feel the pain. Same way, even fear. After a certain limit, if the fear is too much, there will be huge energy rush inside you. That energy rush is intelligent enough to push all other pains, all other sufferings, all other thoughts, all other problems.
Nitya Kriya, restoring Hatha Yoga to the world. A series of healing yogic processes revealed by Paramahamsa Nithyananda to care and cure for diseases and disorders. Practice Nitya Kriya and awaken your Kundalini energy. To find out more, visit www.nithyananda.org/nitya-kriyas.
Human mind basically oscillates between fear and greed. It continuously moves from this extreme to that extreme and that extreme to this extreme. The oscillation between the fear and greed is mind. Please understand. It's like if I have to give an example of a web camera. The web camera is here. This end and that end. That camera continuously moves to this end to that end, looking this corner to that corner. The camera is consciousness, and the movement from this end to that end is called mind. Your consciousness's attention, when it moves from the fear and greed and fear, the extremes, that movement only is called as mind. As long as that movement is there, the highest possible coherence does not happen in you. Highest possible coherence happens when that consciousness just stays without oscillation. When that consciousness stays in restful awareness, then the highest possible coherence happens in your system. How that consciousness can stay without jumping between those extremes. Whenever your unconsciousness pulls you towards the fear extreme, consciously slap it with greed, then it will come to the center. When the unconsciousness was rushing towards the greed, consciously slap it with fear, it will come to the center. Whenever your fear is awakened, you forget greed. You forget about your future. So the greed, when it takes over, you unconsciously slap your unconscious consciously with fear. It will come to the center. When the fear takes over, consciously slap it with the greed. It will come to the center. Being in the center suddenly raises you to the highest possible coherence. That is what I call niyamaha. So whether it is related to non-violence or non-stealing or non-greed or truthfulness or living like God, any vow, any law, any flow, whatever may be, please understand, whatever it may be, when the fear takes over, slap it with greed. When the greed takes over, slap it with fear, so that you are in center continuously and experience the highest coherence. What Buddha calls as middle path is exactly this. Suddenly you will see you are taking the decision out of the niyama, highest possible coherence. Any decision taken in the highest possible coherence only should be executed. That is your life. But any decision taken in the extreme fear, extreme greed, you are in mess. Even if you are successful in that decision, you will become completely depressed and missing something vital in the life. So any decision comes out of highest possible coherence will fulfill you and fulfill the world, because you are the world. Fear and greed is the fuel for your engine.
If the fear and greed is the fuel for your engine, you will constantly carry irritation and depression. If you have the fuel, you will be in an irritative mood. If you don't have the fuel, you will be in depressed mood. That's all. How to move the body, how your body can be kept alive without the fuel of fear and greed. As on now, you are kept alive just by fear or greed. Either by fear or by greed. That is why your body is completely frozen. You do not feel life flowing in you. If you can touch the source of the prana, if you can touch the third source of energy, which is not fear or greed, then you will understand the more you use your body, the more you become alive. But for that, you should understand how to move your body without fear or greed. Only when you live an intense life, you are alive, where you need to be constantly expressing all your energies. I always tell people, only when you are cornered, you express completely yourself. You completely express the energy which you have in your life, which you have in your being. Only then you start expressing the next level energy, what we call prana. In Sanskrit, we call that as prana, means life force. We do not touch the life force at all. We live just with the Mooladhara and Swadhisthana. Mooladhara chakra, root chakra is greed, desire, sex. The Swadhisthana, next chakra, is fear. That's all. We live only in these two layers, fear or greed. That's all. We never come up to the third level. If your body is running based on the fuel of fear and greed, you will be running with the past memories, recorded system. Naturally, you will not tend to move your body more. One more thing, whenever you move your body with fear and greed, you feel so much of irritated. The movement means you start feeling the irritation. Any movement, unconsciously you associated all movements with irritation. I always tell people, once in a while, try to be alive. Do something which does not give you money, name and fame, or which does not give you any fear. Neither fear nor greed. Something. You will catch the knack of how to move the body, how to flow with the body through prana. There are different levels from which you can operate the body. One level from fear, one level from greed. The next level is from prana, means life force. Try to operate your body from life force. Let the cognitive shift happen in you. Move the source of your energy from fear, greed to prana. That shift has to happen in you. Only then you will have the sensitivity to flow with the body. Then you will understand moving your body is a pleasure. It is not pain. When you understand moving your body is a pleasure, you start working more and more. You become really productive. Not only productive for society, you start feeling the fulfillment. You start realizing you are living your life intensely. The understanding which you are having, you are the center and your desires are your own, your property. Your fears are your property. Whatever is happening inside you, your mind is your property, is a lie. You are the property of your mind. This will bring so much of disrespect to your mind. So much of rest and unclutching between you and your mind. As long as you think
your mind is yours, you will never be able to stop fulfilling what it says, what it anticipates. You will never be able to escape from its roots. Even if you escape from the desires, it will attack you in the name of fear. Your mind is very intelligent. When you escape from your desires, it will create fears and make you do the same thing what it wants you to do. In a different way, it will enter through the back door. It will enter through the back door. Whether it is your fear or desire, it is not yours. The very understanding your fears are not yours will leave you so freely, with so much of rest. You don't have to stop or you don't have to escape from them. You don't have to stop them. You don't have to escape from them. At the most, what can happen? Death. Let it happen. For whom it is not going to happen? Tell me. Everybody, it is going to happen. Everything, it is going to happen. Not only for you, even for me. At least what you think as me, this body is going to die. Everything is going to die. There is nothing which is not going to die. Let you have this courage. What can happen? That's all. Your fears are not yours. You are not needed. You don't need to protect yourself from those fears. You are not continuously needed to protect yourself from those fears. Neither you are needed nor you need to protect yourself from those fears continuously happening. Your desires are not yours. Your fears are not yours. You are only being created and given an illusory idea to you that you exist so that you will continue to fulfill your fears and desires. Your fears and desires created a lobby and put you as a president just to fulfill what they want. This is the essence. What you think as you is not Swayam Prakasa, self-emanating. You are self-emanating. The original, true you is self-emanating, not what you think as you. When you understand, your fears are not yours, your desires are not yours, and you are the property of your fear and desire and all other things, suddenly you will lose respect for them. Losing respect for them will unclutch completely you from whatever you think as you will disappear. Every moment is given birth by the present moment. Next moment takes birth from the present moment. Next moment takes birth from that moment. If only one DNA strand is awakened in you, you are more matter, material. Constantly you will associate yourself with matter. Matter means what? Fear and greed base. So naturally, if this moment you feel yourself more as a body, the thought which is mixed with this moment, you see, the life is time and space. This moment is the time. The thought which is mixed with this moment is space. If this is based on fear and greed, next moment will be more tired than this moment. The next moment will be little more tired than this moment. Please understand how the tiredness is added moment by moment by your mind. If you feel you are a matter, naturally the fear and greed will be there in your inner space. So this moment, the time and fear and greed, these two is the mixture of your life at this moment. So when next moment is given birth from this moment, naturally that will also carry the fear and greed. One step more.
1 unit more. So naturally from that, next moment takes birth. Again, 1 unit more fear and greed. The more you feel as fear and greed, the pure space gets reduced. Only the fear and greed gets transmitted. So the quantity of matter becomes more and the quantity of consciousness is less in the transmission. So naturally, every moment you feel more and more tired. I tell you, actually when you live consciously through mind, more you have experience, more it becomes wisdom. When you live unconsciously with the mind, more you live, more it becomes boredom. Whether your life is getting into the wisdom or boredom is dependent on the consciousness with which you are pushing your mind. If every moment your body handles fear and greed, you feel you are a matter, and next moment is given birth from this moment of fear and greed, naturally it leads to aging.
Sacred Art Store. Nithyananda Sacred Art Store. A storehouse of spiritual products from Vedic culture. Find all your needs for yogic body, Vedic mind and N living. A one-stop shop for spiritual products and gifts. www.sacredartsstore.com or email us sales@ngalleria.com.
All your fears are illusory, all your joys are delusory. I am creating new word. Then comes the tremendous fear. Then the incident which is going to happen, how is it going to be? Is it frightening or joyful? Understand the truth. It is neither going to be frightening nor going to be joyful. It is going to be life, auspicious. Life is auspicious. It is additional. Life means adding, adding, adding. It is your idea delusory. It is your idea, delusory idea about joy, delusory idea about fear is the salt of your life. Which makes good water into ocean water. The river water becomes ocean water because of your delusory ideas about joy and delusory ideas about pain. Otherwise, the incident itself adds, that's all. Any addition is auspicious, understand. So by existence, because you existed, and existing, going to exist, you can have only auspiciousness. Drop your interpretations and understandings about auspiciousness. Relax from the delusory fears and illusory joys. Let the incident happen the way in which it is supposed to happen. Let the flow happen the way in which it is supposed to happen. If you are in delusory fears, maybe you can use the techniques for illusory joys. What is techniques for illusory joy? Positive thinking, listening to positive ideas, but nothing will happen. Understand that positive thinking will not change your life, it can change your life. The understanding positive thinking will not change your life, can change your life. Because you will not expect too much from positive thinking. You will not try to squeeze positive thinking. You will know, this can take away my delusory suffering for next half an hour. That's it. Whether worrying about the past or worrying about the future is happening in me in present, this moment. So same way, whether illusory fear or delusory greed is happening in me, which is reality. I am real in me, in this delusion and illusions are happening. Have this understanding and face the illusion and delusion. That very illusion and delusion will lead to evolution. Please understand. All changes, whether getting more and more caught in illusion and delusion, or evolving out of illusion and delusion and reaching enlightenment, both happens by the illusion and delusion. How you handle it. See, the cyclone of fear and greed, courage and fear, fame and defamation, pain and pleasure is constantly attacking you. When you understand the fear and joy, pain and pleasure are illusion and delusion, that very understanding will make a huge change in you. You will feel like the earth on which you are standing is removed. Almost everything will collapse. Allow that collapsing. Allow that understanding to happen. See that the whole thing tumbles down. Whatever you build as your identity suddenly will change. All your strategy planning for your future will suddenly change. All the logic with which you build your life will completely be shaken. Allow that. Do not have the fear. Then what is reality? Allow this tumbling to happen. Allow this shaking to happen. By understanding that our courage, our fear, our greed, our pains and our pleasure all are illusion and delusion. Many times life really tests you. Do you stand this fear, which is delusion? Do you stand this greed, which is illusion? Or are you going to react in a foolish way and create bigger problems, bigger mess? Whenever fears take over you, or greed takes over you, when courage takes over you, when the pain takes over you, look into it. What is the percentage of it is real and what is the percentage of it is illusory are delusory, and what is the percentage can be attributed to the real incident may not happen in your life. Stand and see when the wave of fear takes over you, when the wave of greed takes over you, when the wave of courage takes over you, when the wave of pain takes over you. Wait, look, see, what is the percentage, the possibility of delusion and illusion? What is the possibility of the real incidents which may not happen, and how this fear is going to impact your ability to handle the real incident if it happens? The ability to face, the ability to look, the ability to see. Please understand. What is reality will flower in you. Allow that flowering. Now don't bother. Now don't worry too much about it. Allow the delusions and illusions to be removed from your inner space. You will see the real incidents, which is reality, will never hurt you. I tell you, I really wanted all of you to know, anything happens is addition and auspiciousness. I tell you, even if you think this is the worst dream happening in your life, I tell you, even the worst dream wakes you up. In the dream, even if the tiger is chasing you, or elephant is chasing you, a snake is chasing you, or your spouse is talking to you, you wake up. So anything happens is auspicious. Human mind, when it is caught in collective delusion, can be exploited and manipulated to any level, to any extreme, to any extent. So do not bother to drop this fear and greed created by illusion and delusions. When you drop, you will settle down in a space which I don't want to describe, because the moment I describe about that space, you already start imagining about the space and you have created one more illusion about that space. If I use one word, restful awareness, then you catch hold of that word, restful awareness, restful awareness, restful awareness. Arey, you don't understand that restful awareness which I am talking happens in you when you give up this illusion and delusion. But you are not interested in giving up this illusion and delusion. You are interested in some shortcut for restful awareness, restful awareness, restful awareness.
I trust in you, 'cause you know it's best for me to lead a blissful life, a life with no more strife. I can't believe the things I do, just to spend a little time with you. Nothing will compare, I know you will take care.
You're always showing us compassion. Your love is endless like an ocean. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. My life's become a meditation. Ever since we had a deep connection. Nithyananda, Nithyananda. Oh, every time I see you, my consciousness expands. Oh, my heart begins to dance. Every time I think of you, I just start to meditate, to be fair.
Before taking any step in your life, do you see or do you feel? A sort of feeling uncomfortable, because now you are master of your unconscious. You do not allow fear to even open up. Before that itself you know how to suppress. That is why I am saying uncomfortable feeling before starting anything big or new, because fear suppressed automatically gives you a deep uncomfortable feeling inside the navel center. One more thing, fear and lust, these two are very powerful emotions which can straight away make changes inside your system. Lust, just few seconds are enough. It can change your whole physiology. It can change your whole system. Same way fear, few seconds are enough. Whether you are trying to escape from it or trying to suppress it, it will do its job. Whether by self-surrendering or self-realization. You can surrender yourself when you feel nothing can be done. You can experience yourself when you feel everything can be done. Nothing can be done, everything can be done. Both can liberate you from fear. Both are technique, method. Nothing can be done. If you are in tune with the idea, nothing can be done. You are Bhakti Yogi. You are Bhakti Yogi. You surrender. If you think everything can be done, you are Jnana Yogi. You explore and experience. If you work in this path or in that path, going beyond fear is possible. But you should be completely connected to some one ideology. Either completely tune yourself to surrender or completely tune yourself to strong willpower. You may ask, how to completely tune yourself to strong willpower? Anything which creates boundary, which binds you, which limits you, you are not that. Do not believe anything which binds you as part of you. For example, body. Body limits you to 6 feet. Mind. Mind limits you to whatever you can understand. If you think your mind is you, you will always feel you don't know many things. Because whatever you understood logically, only that has become part of you. But you are not just what you understand logically. Still there are so many things which can't be understood by your mind. Do not think anything as your part which binds you. Either think very clearly and understand you can't do anything. Self-surrender. Or think and understand very clearly you can do everything. Atmajnana, self-realization. If this path or this path, both can lead you beyond fear. Your fear itself can be transformed or used to achieve the life. If you are filled with too many phobias and fears, you have potentiality to reach the highest experience of enlightenment. People come and ask me, Swamiji, I have too many fears. I tell them, possibility for enlightenment is more. Too many doors are available. Person who doesn't have many fears, for him the availability of doors also less, number of doors also less. Because he lives a dull life. Person who lives a dull life will not have much fear. There's nothing much to lose, nothing much to decide. Not alive, but a living, alive being who is doing many things, who is handling many things, who is taking many decisions. Only he will be filled with fear. Only he experiences fear. If you are experiencing fear too much, too many doors are available. One more thing, only if you open, it can be called as door. If you don't know how to open, then it's again wall. If you are experiencing too many fears in your life, one advantage, if you know the right technique, all those things can become door and you can be liberated. If you don't have that key, if you are not a meditator, you are caught in a big prison. Having too many fears can be used as a technique or a method for jumping into the super consciousness. All you need to do, every time when fear happens, do not disrespect you. Do not lose confidence. Do not condemn yourself. What kind of a being I am? Actually, people who have got fear does not have so much problem. People who are afraid of their fears, they create more problem. When you brood over, when you brood too much about your fears, you start thinking you have problem. When you think you have psychological problem, you have psychological problem. All your problems, your fears are nothing but you trying to break your boundaries. You just want to get out of your boundaries. You just want to be more. You say, Boss, I want to be more. I want to expand. I want to be something else. That is what causes the fear. In a way, if you know the signs of fear, fear can be considered as a blessing. If you are courageous enough to face the fear, it can lead you to liberation. If you are afraid of your fears, if you have fear about your fears, you are gone. Over. It's like thousands of people at a time suppressing you. Just coming out of the fear is not the goal. From fear directly jumping into enlightenment. Sometime just by changing your attention to something else also you can come out of fear. Fearlessness means taking quantum jump into the consciousness where you will never experience fear of losing anything. The idea death becomes meaningless to you. The idea death becomes meaningless to you. You understand, whatever can die, let it die now. Whatever can't die, let it be with me forever. Whatever can't die will never die. Whatever can die will never be alive. Even now, it can't be alive if it can die. You may ask, my body is alive, it's going to die. How can you say whatever is going to die can never be alive? Be very clear, your body is not alive as you think. It is constantly changing. It is constantly dying. The body which you are having this moment, you are not having next moment. Means, again, whatever is dying will never be alive. Whatever cannot die will always live. In you there is something which can never die. Your inner space, pure consciousness, uncorrupted, beyond your logic, that will never die, will stay forever. Relaxing into that, whatever can die in you, not only it is not even alive now, it cannot do anything. Whatever can die is already dead matter. It cannot do anything. Whatever can't die can never die, and it can do everything. Whether you connect yourself with whatever can die, or you feel connected to whatever can't die, in you there are few things which can't die, and there are few things which can die. Those few things which can die, like your body and mind, are not alive even now. Those few things which will never die, your inner space, consciousness, it will never die, it will live forever. Now you need to understand whether you want to identify yourself with the things which can die or which will never die. Fear of death is in you because you think there is something which you have now will be taken away from you. No. Anything you have cannot be taken away. Anything which can be taken away, you never had. You may be thinking you had, you may be thinking you are having, but you don't have it. Anything which can die can never occupy your inner space. Anything which can't die can never be taken away from you. These are all very subtle, transforming truths.
Minute for peace. Increase peace. Meditate a minute. See the results. minuteforpeace.org.
Imagination added to your fear is, we can say, the main reason for all the phobias. When imagination is added to your fear, it becomes phobia. Constantly you are feeling frightened. Constantly you are feeling frightened. If you have fear about others, at least at some place where the other person is not there, you will be free. You will not have that fear. If you start creating fear about yourself, You can never escape from that. You can never escape from that. I have seen many people, they start creating fear about themselves. They start creating fear about themselves. They can never be free. They can never relax. They can never be at ease with themselves. It's I can say, the worst hell. If they start creating fear about themselves, they can't live in joy, live in bliss. People don't want responsibilities, not because that they don't want the freedom which responsibility gives, just because they don't know how to handle the responsibility, the fear of responsibility. The fear of life, they start acting, I renounced everything. I have seen in Himalayas, the so-called yogis, they leave their house, everything, and come and settle down in a small temple. They will settle down in Himalayas. They will sit outside the temple for their food, taking bhiksha, for begging. They will become attached to that spot. Nobody else can sit in their spot. They will fight for that spot. They left their property. They left their house. They left everything and came here. Now they will be fighting for the 2 feet by 2 feet place. Means what? They did not renounce because they don't want. They renounced because of the fear of responsibility. Many times you start renouncing because of fear of responsibility. If you renounce because of fear of maintaining a fear of attachment, please be very clear, you will be surely enjoying in some other way. If you are renouncing because of fear of attachment or fear of maintenance, better you enjoy, live. You are not yet ripe for renunciation. Don't take that big step. Don't be arrogant to renounce. Sometimes out of our ego, arrogance, we renounce. The biggest fear human beings have is fear of losing identity. Fear of losing the identity. I tell you, even fear of losing death is not great fear, like fear of losing identity. Fear of losing death itself is nothing but you don't know how you will be after death. If you are very clear, you will be in some way, you don't have the fear. Here, you are not very clear about how you will be after death, how you will be after you leave the body. It is the identity, the fear of losing identity that is much worse than fear of death. Here, when you pass through this neutral zone, when your breath stops, your mind also stops. You do not want this space. That is why you just jump this space. You never keep your awareness. You are never aware of this space because you do not want to lose your identity. If your mind stops, you will not have identity for few moments. You will lose your identity and you always think you are only identity. You exist just on identity. When you feel your identity is lost, you feel you are no more. Fearlessness does not mean non-existence of fear. It means the fear will be there and you will have tremendous energy or courage to live with it. Who can flirt with the fear, the maximum fear, and the energy or the courage to live with it is what? Is the quality of Bhairava. Bhairava means, it is not that he doesn't have fear, he can flirt with fear. He is not affected by fear. One more thing, the very quality of life is fear. People come and ask me, Swamiji, I am always having the fear of unknown, what to do? I tell them, please be very clear, you are alive. There is a possibility of losing something, that is why you are afraid. If you don't have any possibility, you will never be afraid. Fear is the basic quality of life. You can be fearless if you are in graveyard. If you're already in graveyard, there is no need to be afraid of anything. Nothing to lose. If you have something to lose, you will have fear. Nothing can be done. Nothing can be done. That is the quality of life itself. If you are afraid of fears, if you are frightened about fears, again, don't think you are detached from fear. It's one more kind of attachment. All detachment is one more kind of attachment. The negative way of attachment is detachment. If you are afraid of fear, if you are frightened about fear, again, you are in fear. Your consciousness will be moving around the fear. The constantly cherished memory is fantasy, greed. Information dumped into the unretrievable archives is fear. Unfortunately, when you dump something forcibly into the retrievable archive, some part of your brain gets the fear it may come up by itself. That fear itself constantly reminds and pushes that material to surface again and again. The self-contradicting experience, the inner conflict, which you dump into unretrievable archive, the force with which you dump creates a fear it may surface by itself for some reason. This too creates a conflict. So now three factors. One, the fantasy, and the fear. The fantasy may take over. Second, the unretrievable archive. The memory is dumped into the unretrievable archives, and the fear it may surface by itself. Third important factor is the inner conflict between these experiences. This is the mirror on which the cosmos is reflecting in your system. Fear weakens your immunity. Weakening your immunity means what? Allowing the cancer to happen, nothing else. See, cancer cells are there always around you in the air. When your immune system is weak, you are allowing the cancer to happen. Please understand, whenever you allow the fear to work on you, you always attract and manifest whatever fear you carry. If you are constantly having the fear that you may get cancer, you may get into accident, you will attract and manifest exactly the same. Reality comes out of reality. Origin of reality is reality. Naturally, reality cannot be giving any suffering. Reality cannot be giving any fear for you. You cannot be greedy of reality. Because reality, how can you be greedy of you? How can you be afraid of you? How can reality be greedy of reality? How can reality be afraid of reality? Then, if you feel, no, I am having greed, I am having fear, then look into where you are having it, not what is. When you look into where you are having it, only you will understand the idea having it is only having it, not you are having it. If there are few moments in your life without fear, then how can fear happen in you? See, anything happens should be eternal. If something is not eternal, it has not only not happened once, it never happened.
If illusion cannot be eternal, not only it cannot be ephemeral, it cannot even exist. Let you all achieve, experience, live, express, radiate, share and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar off Mysore Road, Biradi, Bangalore.
वक्रतुण्डमहाकायं कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभं निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। 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 वक्रतुण्डमहाकायं कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभं निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्डमहाकायं कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभं निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा वक्रतुण्डमहाकायं कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभं निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा. Paramashiva, myself, manifesting using this body, muscle memory, biomemory and bioenergy, initiating all of you into Paramashivoham, manifesting my very being. Today I will manifest as MahaGanapathy in all of you, embodiment of auspiciousness. Understand? Purpose of human consciousness is to manifest my being. Your body, mind, consciousness, everything is hardwired, programmed, created for manifesting my being. Anything you think as your priority other than manifesting my being is delusion. You manifesting my being, making the world manifest my being is the only priority. Understand? The universe came into existence by my will just to celebrate all of us. The togetherness, which is the depth of oneness. Oneness which is not falling into any delusion, even if that oneness becomes multi-level universes, beings, existence. Oneness never gets broken. Oneness never becomes multiple reality. Oneness never gets deluded. Undiluted, undiluted, absolute oneness remains as oneness, even though the multiple universes are appearing. Multiple human beings, multiple levels and layers of different beings, multiple time zones, everything does not delude oneness. I manifested myself as multi-level, multi-dimensions of the universe, and listen, I manifested myself as many, for all of us to enjoy everything together. Togetherness is not anti-oneness, it is intense oneness. Intense oneness is togetherness. In microscopic level, reality of oneness. In the macroscopic level, reality of multiplicity continues to remain rooted in oneness. When you go to the microcosmic level, it's pure oneness. When you go to the macrocosmic level, it is infinity. The infinity and oneness is same. Oneness is celebrating itself as infinity in multiple ways. Today, I will manifest my being in you all as MahaGanapathy. Neurologically, you will feel the absolute unclutching, the state of Paramashiva. Emotionally, you will feel absolute completion, the space of Paramashiva. In your depth, you will feel all the powers of Paramashiva in your life. In your being, you will experience me as Paramashiva. When I manifest Paramashiva's being in you, neurologically, you will feel absolute unclutching. Emotionally, you will feel absolute completion. In your reality, you will be manifesting all powers of Paramashiva. In your being, I myself will manifest with my own identity. Your identity, empowered by my identity, is your real identity. Your identity feeling separated from my identity is powerlessness, delusion. Your identity empowered by my identity, your identity empowered by my identity as the source of your identity is manifesting my being. Your identity is not against me and my existence. Your identity complements my being. When you understand your identity complements my being, you experience absolute surrender, love, powerfulness, oneness, cosmic enlightenment. Understand this one truth deeply. A deep delusion you carry is you are against the whole cosmos, or the whole cosmos and life is against you. No. You thinking, feeling, cognizing the whole cosmos, your life, or anything in the life against you is delusion. You came into existence because I wanted. Your being came into existence as my extension. You are here for me to celebrate myself. I am here for you to celebrate me. We both are here to whole cosmos to celebrate us and us to celebrate the cosmos. Nothing is worthy to worry. Nothing is worthy to be powerless. Nothing to be worthy to put you in insecurity. Nothing is worthy in the life to be afraid of. Nothing at all is worthy of fear of losing or death. Even though I do all the 5 activities of creation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation, I do the rejuvenation, destruction directly for all of you to be assured nothing wrong will be done to you. No destruction can happen to you. Just to give you the assurance, I do the destruction, rejuvenation directly, personally involved. Understand? There is no such thing as destruction. It's all just transformation in the life. Nothing to be frightened about, nothing to be worried about, nothing to be powerless about, everything to be celebrated. All powerlessness is delusion, all fear is stupidity, all worry is nonsense. All powerlessness is delusion. Delusion is neither cute nor justified. Deal delusion with ferociousness. Deal delusion with absolute ferociousness. Srishti sthiti samhara tirobhava anugraha. Generation, operation, destruction, delusion, liberation, all are manifested by me. In microscopic level, I am oneness. In macroscopic level, I am infinity. In the microcosmic level, I am oneness. In the macrocosmic level, I am infinity. Infinity and oneness is made up from the same material called me, Paramashiva. The me in this body, the me in your body is one and the same. The me in this body and me in your body, both are deeply in love with each other, intimate with each other, absolutely in oneness. We do not know separation and we have no separation. We are here to celebrate each other's existence. There is nothing in the life which can cause worry, inauspiciousness, fear, violence, feeling violated, anger. Nothing at all. I commit with you. I take the responsibility to break the ice and propose to you. Let's celebrate our life together. Let me manifest in you. Let you manifest in me. The deep down, the source anger you carry, the source root pattern you carry is absolute delusion. It has no existence. Don't waste your time in the name of root pattern, delusion. Repeating the same patterns. Repeating the patterns is disrespecting your being. Wake up ferociously. Decide to break from all patterns. Today I initiate all of you. I'll start manifesting as MahaGanapathy, auspiciousness. You will experience absolute unclutching neurologically, absolute completion emotionally. All the powers of Paramashiva, myself, in your reality. My own being, Paramashiva, as your being. You are extension of my being. The very core truth of universal existence. In microcosmic level, you and me are oneness. In the macrocosmic level, you and me are infinity. Infinity and oneness is same. I commit with you all, I will make you all understand this multi-dimensional existential logic of oneness and infinity is one and the same. Oneness and infinity is different in binary logic. Oneness is infinity and infinity is oneness in multidimensional existential reality logic. Through binary logic, you can understand only length, breadth, depth, and time. 4 dimensions of my existence. But actually I exist in 11 dimensions. I will raise you above the binary logic and make you experience absolute oneness and absolute infinity is one and the same. You and me are one and the same. We became many to celebrate the existence, not to get lost in the existence. I am not poet. I am not giving you hope. I am not self-confidence teacher. I am here to tell you the cosmic truth as it is. I am Paramashiva. The me manifesting in this body and the me manifesting in all your bodies is one and the same. In microcosmic level, microscopic level, we are oneness. In the macrocosmic level, in the telescopic level, we are infinity. Infinity and oneness is same. Whatever I am talking, I am not talking just from cosmic archives. I am talking from the cosmic archives which is programmed inside your bioenergy. So whatever I am talking will sound as truth inside your core deeply. You cannot deny me. I am very subtle but very powerful. I am not brainwashing you. I am detoxing you. I am just awakening you to the multidimensional logic of the universe. Celebrate infinity. There is nothing to be afraid. Nothing to be afraid. When you were a child, you thought many things are too important for your life, and if you lose your bicycle, you may never be able to survive in the world. You might have thought, if you lose some of your toys, your whole world will be destroyed. If you lose some of your near and dear ones, you would have felt your life is gone. But when you grow, realize nothing can be taken away from you. Understand, realizing the matured cosmological truths. Multi-dimensional logic makes you matured being. I am here to make your being as my being. Maturity of your consciousness will be the side effect of my being manifesting in your being. Listen to these few powerful truths. Binary logic, delusion, the mind you are carrying, gifted by your society, makes you feel you and me are different, separate. You and others are separate and different. Somebody is against you and you are against somebody. All these are delusion. The me in this body, me in your body, the me in all the existing beings is one and the same. The me in this body is manifesting, now initiating the me in your body. Whatever you feel as me, as you in you, will now start manifesting what I feel as me in me. You will understand in the telescopic or microscopic experience, microcosmic and macrocosmic experience of oneness and infinity is one and the same. Listen, listen, listen. The microscopic level, microcosmic level, you and me are in oneness. In the macrocosmic level, telescopic level, you and me are infinity. Infinity of the ultimate oneness of the source is one and same. All fears are useless. All fears have no value. Pure greed without giving place for fears is okay. It's expansion. Pure greed without giving any respect or place for fear is okay. Because it is expansion. By very nature, by my very existence, I go on expanding. Decision to expand, will to expand, manifesting as pure greed without fear is verily myself manifesting in you. Fear and greed as to exist together is stupid binary logic. It's a false lesson taught to you by society's mind. Societal mind, false logic, binary logic, your root pattern, powerlessness, incompletions, all are one and the same. Today I initiate all of you. I will manifest as MahaGanapathy, ultimate absolute auspiciousness. I'll manifest my very being in all of you. Through this initiation, I'll make your neurology experience absolute unclutching state of Paramashiva. I'll make your emotion experience absolute completion, space of Paramashiva. I'll make your life manifest all powers of Paramashiva. I'll make your reality and life manifest all powers of Paramashiva. From your depth, I will radiate all powers of Paramashiva. I will manifest my own being from your very identity. So from today, your identity is extension of my identity. Nobody in the universe is against you because universe is me and you are my extension. You don't need to be afraid of anything, anyone in the universe. Start playing and celebrating with universe. You are extension of me. All fears is delusion. All fears is stupidity. All fears is absolute stupidity. Play with your fears. You will manifest all powers. Make fun of your fears. You will experience romance of life. Tease your fears. You will experience absolute completion. The antimatter, the existence of the universe which is not yet available for you, should create excitement in you, not fear. Whatever is not known to you is actually not against you. The beings who are not known to you, rishis, munis, the higher level beings, they are not devils. They are all your friends. So you only need to have a curiosity as the only need emotion for your life. No need for fear. Fear is useless delusion. Fear does not help you in your life in any form. Greed is okay. All other emotions are okay. M- Take care and make sure none of them invoke fear in you. Fear has no existence. In Kailasa, we have all emotions other than fear. All emotions are okay, other than fear. Fear is not needed because there is nobody against you in the universe. You are not against anyone in the universe. You cannot be violated. Nothing can be taken away from you. No one can steal anything from you. No one can violate you. Listen to this. This is the way you are hardwired. Your bioenergy is hardwired. Your DNA is programmed with cosmic truths which I am talking now. Every word I am uttering is reverberating in your DNA. I am not talking to your societal mind. I am talking to your DNA. And I am directly making your DNA manifest these cosmic truths. Whatever I am talking is the existence and truth of the cosmos. I am revealing the truths as it is from the cosmos and cosmic archives, Akashic records. From the cosmic archives, I am revealing the truths as it is. Your DNA carries the whole cosmic records in a microchip form. The whole cosmic record, whole cosmic knowledge, the whole cosmic memory, the whole cosmic programming, the law, software, programming with which the whole cosmos is functioning, the same program is in your DNA. Now I am just awakening it. I am rebooting and cleansing all the viruses, delusions, unnecessary confusions and localized ideas, and awakening the cosmic truths in your DNA, in your very bioenergy. Sit with me, just be available for me next 16 days. I will manifest me in you. I'll make you eternal 16. Not just physical health, I guarantee you super conscious breakthrough. Human being is hardwired to manifest me, Paramashiva, absolutely. You are here to reverberate and celebrate the cosmos, this whole universe. Just because few people in the humanity is deluded, just because society is screwed up, don't think you are screwed up. No. You are here to celebrate universe. You are here to celebrate cosmos. There is nothing worthy of fear. You will laugh at your fears when I manifest in you. The earlier you laugh at your fears, better for you. Tease your fears. That is the foreplay with the death. And that is what is going to give you the cosmic experience of oneness. Death has no existence. Fears have no existence. Neither death nor fears are real. I am not giving you any philosophy. I am not even talking to you. I am talking to your DNA. You don't need to remember all these truths. I am awakening all these truths in your DNA. They will remember you. They will do what need to be done. You just be available for me next 16 days. I commit with you with all my integrity. I love you. You are me. You are my extension. Just because you are my extension, I will make sure you enjoy the whole universe as I enjoy. This whole universe is my extension and I am celebrating it. I will make sure you manifest my being in your DNA and you enjoy this whole existence ecstatically. You celebrate this existence ecstatically. Nothing to be afraid of. There is nothing to be worried about. There is nothing to be feared. Cherish, enjoy all emotions, including greed. Never allow fear. The moment you deny the existence of fear, all your greed becomes expansion. You minus fear is me. Me plus you is fearlessness. There is nothing which can violate you. There is nothing which can be stolen from you. There is nothing to be afraid of. All fear is delusion. All fear is delusion. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Whatever I am talking is not new to you. It is all already programmed in your DNA as cosmic truths. The truths I am revealing, this is the program based on which cosmos functions. This is the program based on which your DNA is functioning. I am just going to spiritually electrocute your DNA. I am going to plug my being with your being and spiritually electrocuting you to manifest all these cosmic truths which is already there in your DNA as your very DNA program. So understand, you don't even need to worry, you don't need to be afraid, you don't need to feel sad. Will you be able to realize all these truths or not? I commit with you. I am awakening all these cosmic truths which is already in your DNA to reality by spiritually electrocuting you with my being. I will be a strong nuclear force. Spiritual strong nuclear force on your being from now. Through this initiation, I will manifest absolute, pure, ultimate superconsciousness, being of Paramashiva, state of Paramashiva, space of Paramashiva, powers of Paramashiva, being of Paramashiva, superconsciousness of Paramashiva, Sri Kailasa of Paramashiva, in all of you from now. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda ॐ नित्यानन्द परमशिवोऽहम् 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 ॐ नित्यानन्द Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om परमशिवोऽहम् ॐ नित्यानन्द 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 Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
அண்ணாமலையே சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா என் குருநாதா அஞ்ஞான கடல் நீங்கி கணக்கு ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் குருநாதா நித்யானந்தா ஆத்ம ஞானம் அளிப்பாய் நித்யா கொண்டு கங்கை முடிக்கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை பொடி பூசி புடுக்கை தனையேந்தும் காலனே புடிதோலனே விழியால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே ஆயுத திங்கள் நித்த முறைகின்ற செவ்விழி கொண்ட செல்வனே சொக்கனே எந்த சோமனே ஐயா சோதி வடிவான ரூபனே அடிமொழி காணா அண்ணாமலையே அகிலமும் போற்றிடும் ஐயனே நாகாபரணனே நால்வர் போற்றிட நயமுடனாடிடும் நாதனே ஆழகாலம் உண்டு ஆழம் காடுதடில் ஆனந்த நடமிடும் ஆதி செய்வனே மங்கையிடம் கொண்டு கங்கை முடி கொண்டு நர்த்தனம் புரியும் ஈசனே சுடலை முடி பூசி உடுகை அணையேந்தும் காலனே புலிதோலனே நீரின் விழிகால் உள்ள முறைகின்ற மதுரை மாநகரின் ராசனே இன்னல்களை கலைந்து இன்பங்களை அளிக்கும் சுந்தர வடமணி நேசனே மங்கையவளிடம் கொண்டு நீயாடி வாடியாட்டு இருவினைகள் தீர்த்தருளவே நித்யனே இடவத்தின் மேலேறிவா என்றென்றும் விரிசடை தானாடிட புவிதனில் சுந்தரனை நீயாடிவா தினமும் நீல் விசும்பு தந்தருளவே நேசனே மலனே நீயாடிவா இமையோர்கள் இன்னலை கலந்திடும் தேவா தேவாதி தேவா சதா சிவா பாபா குருவாக வந்து திருவருள் புரிவாய் நித்யானந்தனே முக்தி தரவாவா பிறதியில் உரைகின்ற பிரமணே நீயாடிவா காட்சியில் மண்ணாய் உரைபவனே அப்பாய் காட்சி தரும் எங்கள் ஆணை காவலசே ஆதிகந்தமில்லாத ஜோதியாய் அருணகிரி உரைநாதனே உலகைய கிடும் வாயு வடிவே காலகத்தி ஈசனே தொழுதிடத்தில்லை நகர்தனில் வானில் ஆடும் கூத்தனே பஞ்சபூதமும் நித்தம் பணியும் பரமனே பரமேசனே ரசித நித்ய வைபவ குப்த கைலை வாசனே ஈசனே சர்வேசனே பரமேசனே ஜெகதீசனே நித்யனே ஆனந்தனே என் ஜீவனே குருதேவனே
ಪಾವನವಾಯಿತು ನನ್ನೀ ಜನುಮವು ನಿನ್ನಯ ದರ್ಶನದಿ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ. ಶಿವನಾಗಿ ಗುರುವಾಗಿ ಸದ್ಗತಿಯನು ಜಗಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿರುವೆ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೆ ನೀ. ಶಿವನಾಗಿ ಗುರುವಾಗಿ ಸದ್ಗತಿಯನು ಜಗಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿರುವೆ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನೆ ನೀ.
ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ.
ಶಿವನಾಗಿ ನೀ ದೇವಿಗೆ ಇಂದಿತ್ತೆ ಜ್ಞಾನವ, ಜ್ಞಾನ ಗುರುವಾಗಿ ನೀ ಕೊಡುತ್ತಿಹೆ ವಿಶ್ವಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆಯ. ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ತನುವಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಮಶವ ತೆಗೆಯುವನಿ ನೆನೆದವರ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲೆಸಿರುವನಿ. ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ತನುವಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಮಶವ ತೆಗೆಯುವನಿ ನೆನೆದವರ ಮನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೆಲೆಸಿರುವನಿ. ಜೀವನ್ಮುಕ್ತನಾಗಿ ಬಾಳುವಂತ ಕಲೆಯನೆ ಕಲಿಸಿದಂತ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನಿ. ಜೀವನ್ಮುಕ್ತನಾಗಿ ಬಾಳುವಂತ ಕಲೆಯನೆ ಕಲಿಸಿದಂತ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದನಿ.
ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯ ಶಿವಂ ನಿತ್ಯಾನಂದ ಶಿವಂ.
ಶಿವರಾತ್ರಿ ಕಾಲವೇ ನಿತ್ಯ ಜಪವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಲು ವರವನ್ನು ನೀಡಿ ನೀನು ಅನುಗ್ರಹ ಸುರಿವೆ ನಿತ್ಯನೇ ನೀ. ಭವರೋಗವ ತಡೆದು ಭಾವದ ಚಿಂತೆಯೆಲ್ಲ ತೊಳೆದು ಕರ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕಾರಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ಅಳಿಸಿ ಹೊಸ ಜೀವನ ಕೊಡುವೆ. ಪಾವನವೇ ನಾಡಿದು ನಿನ್ನ ಪಾದಗಳ ಸ್ಪರ್ಶದಿ, ಪಾವನವೇ ಬೀಡಿದು ನಿನ್ನ ಕಲ್ಪತರು ದರ್ಶನದಿ. ಶರಣಂಬನು ನಿತ್ಯೇಶನೇ ನಿನ್ನ ಶರಣಂಬನು ಆನಂದನೆ. ಶರಣಂಬನು ನಿತ್ಯೇಶನೇ ನಿನ್ನ ಶರಣಂಬನು